Nathan Fillion, an actor who has often flown under the mainstream radar, but who's quietly become a fan favorite across generations, and also one of my favorite actors. What about him? From space cowboy to a crime-solving novelist, and from the oldest rookie in the LAPD to now the live-action Green Lantern, let's get into it! Please help your favorite average movie guy get to 1,000 subscribers by subscribing right now. Early career. Saving Private Ryan, 1998. After starring in Ordeal in the Arctic, One Life to Live, and Total Security, Fillion got his earliest major film role in Steven Spielberg's epic war film. Fillion played Private James Frederick Ryan from Minnesota, and no, not the Private Ryan the squad is looking for. Tom Hanks' character and his team delivered the devastating news that all three of his brothers have been killed in action. Fillion's Ryan breaks down in tears, overcome with grief, only for the team to realize they found the wrong James Ryan. Though the scene is only a few minutes long, it was an early example of Fillion's ability to bring warmth, vulnerability and sincerity to the screen, qualities that would define his entire career.
Oh my god, my brothers are dead.
Two Guys, a Girl and a Pizza Place, 1998 to 2001. After starring in Maggie Winters that same year, Fillion joined the cast of this sitcom during its second season. Fillion played Johnny Donnelly, a sweet, down-to-earth handyman who becomes the longtime boyfriend and eventually fiancé of Sharon Carter. This role was an important step in Fillion's career. Coming off smaller, more dramatic parts, the sitcom let him show off his comedic timing and charm. Johnny was likable, grounded, and often the normal guy amidst the chaos caused by the show's main trio. His chemistry with the cast helped solidify him as a regular. In retrospect, Johnny Donnelly was a glimpse of what Fillion would later bring to other roles. And it was also one of the first times audiences got to see him in a recurring, more fleshed out role.
All the guys take turns dancing with you, and then they each pin a dollar bill to your dress.
Breakout roles. Firefly, 2002 to 2003. After starring in Blast from the Past, The Outer Limits, Dracula, King of the Hill, and Pasadena, 1 year after the sitcom ended, Fillion starred in the sci-fi space western which changed everything. This role is arguably the most iconic of his career. Fillion played Captain Malcolm Mal Reynolds, the rugged, morally complex leader of the spaceship Serenity, and it made him a cult legend. Created by Joss Whedon, Firefly was a unique blend of science fiction and westerns, and in a future where humanity has colonized space. Mal was a former soldier who fought in the losing side of a civil war and now makes his living on the fringes of society as a smuggler. He's not a traditional hero, he's cynical, stubborn, and willing to bend the rules, but he's fiercely loyal to his crew and guided by his own code of honor. Fillion brought depth, wit, and charisma to the role. He could deliver a sharp one-liner in one scene and break your heart in the next. Fans were drawn to his layered performance. He wasn't just the captain, he was the heart of the show. Although Firefly was infamously cancelled after just 14 episodes, it developed a passionate fanbase and became one of the most beloved one-season wonders in TV history. Firefly is still Fillion's best-regarded project and solidified him as a leading man and genre favorite. Fillion called his time on Firefly the best acting job he ever had and compares every job he has had to it. To this day, many fans still call him Captain.
We're not thieves, but we are thieves. The point is, we're not taking what's his.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 2003. The following year, Fillion reunited with Joss Whedon in the final season of this supernatural drama. Fillion played Caleb, a sadistic and fanatical ex-priest who serves as one of the final season's main villains. Caleb is no ordinary bad guy. He's a deeply misogynistic servant of the first evil who combines religious zealotry with terrifying physical power. Fillion portrayed him with a chilling mix of charm and menace. He speaks with a calm, almost folksy tone. What made Fillion's performance so memorable was how different it was from his usual roles to this point. Known for playing likable, sarcastic heroes, here he was terrifying, twisted, and completely unhinged. Though he only appeared in a handful of episodes near the end of the series, Fillion's Caleb made a huge impact. In many ways, Caleb was Fillion proving he could do more than charm, he could terrify too.
Folks work so hard at keeping the Lord out. Look what happens in return.
Serenity, 2005. After starring in Water's Edge, Mismatch, and If Dan Only Knew, 2 years later, Fillion reprised his role as Mal from Firefly in this feature-length film continuation of the series. Fillion gives a more hardened, emotionally raw performance, still cracking jokes and showing his dry wit, but also revealing the pain and responsibility he carries for his crew. He delivers some of the film's best lines, leads gripping action scenes, and ultimately gives fans the closure Firefly never had. Serenity gave Fillion his first somewhat box office success in a leading role, with the film grossing over $40 million worldwide, and it also became a cult classic.
So no more running. I aim to misbehave.
Slither, 2006. After starring in Justice League Unlimited, the following year, Fillion got his first collaboration with James Gunn in this sci-fi comedy horror. It is the start of a partnership that would shape a big part of his career, especially in blockbuster films. He stepped into full B-movie horror mode and absolutely nailed it. Fillion stars as Bill Party, a small-town police chief who suddenly finds himself dealing with a grotesque alien parasite invasion. The film is a mix of horror, dark comedy, and gross-out creature effects, and Fillion is its steady, sarcastic heart. Fillion brings a perfect blend of deadpan humor, charm, and everyman grit to the role. Whether he's shooting at slug-like alien creatures or trying to flirt awkwardly with the town's school teacher, he keeps the film grounded and entertaining. Slither wasn't a mainstream hit, but it became a cult favorite and further helped solidify Fillion's reputation as a genre star.
Now if I use that to destroy Grant, he's the center of the whole system, right? Does that mean the whole thing will be destroyed?
Waitress, 2007. After starring in Lost and White Noise 2: The Light, Fillion starred opposite Kerry Russell in this heartfelt indie drama. Fillion showed a different side of his range in film, stepping away from sci-fi and action roles to play a romantic lead. He played Dr. Jim Pomatter, a shy, charming, and somewhat awkward character who begins a complicated affair with the film's main character. Their connection starts as a spark and grows into something more. Fillion brings warmth, humor, and a real sense of vulnerability to the role. He's not the smooth, confident hero. Instead, Dr. Pomatter is quirky and self-deprecating. Often fumbling his way through emotions he doesn't quite know how to handle. Waitress was a quiet success. It showcased Fillion's ability to thrive outside genre roles and proved he could carry a romantic, character-driven story as well.
You look sad. You look really sad.
Desperate Housewives, 2007 to 2008. After starring in Drive, that same year, Fillion joined the hit series in season 4. Fillion played Dr. Adam Mayfair, the charming but mysterious new husband of Catherine Mayfair. The Mayfairs moved to Wisteria Lane with plenty of secrets in tow, and as always in Desperate Housewives, those secrets slowly unravel in dramatic fashion. While Fillion's character initially seems like the perfect husband, it becomes clear that there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. Fillion brought a steady, grounded energy to a show full of heightened drama and intrigue. Though he only appeared for one season, Fillion's time on Desperate Housewives was another example of his versatility. This was a chance to show he could handle soapy drama and domestic intrigue just as effortlessly.
Can I get a drink?
Yeah, sure.
The Castle Era. Castle, 2009 to 2016. After starring in Robot Chicken and Tucker, as well as reuniting with Joss Whedon in Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, collaborating with James Gunn for the second time with PG Porn, and starring in Wonder Woman, Fillion got the lead role in his now iconic crime mystery series. Fillion starred as Richard Castle, a role that became one of the most defining and beloved of his career. Castle is a famous mystery novelist with a playboy reputation and a bit of a midlife crisis. When the NYPD discovers that a real-life murder is modeled after one of his books, Castle gets pulled into the investigation and then decides to stick around, using his connection to Shadow Detective Kate Beckett, played by Stana Katic. At first, Castle is a charming nuisance, witty, arrogant, and constantly making jokes, but over time he becomes a valuable part of the team. Fillion's performance is a perfect blend of humor, heart, and charisma. He brings an effortless charm to Castle, making him fun to watch even when he's being immature or nosy. Over the show's 8 seasons, Castle evolves from a light procedural to a character-driven drama with humor and heart, and Fillion was key to that evolution. Castle was a ratings hit, ran for 8 seasons, and turned Fillion into a mainstream TV star. For many viewers, Richard Castle wasn't just a role, he was a weekly companion, and for Fillion, it was proved that he could carry a network series as a leading man with brains, heart, and a whole lot of charm. I have to thank Fillion for this role. This is the show that got me into crime and mystery, and it's a show that my late mother and I adored to watch together. It is a show and a performance that will always have a place in my heart and memory, and made him into one of my favorite actors to see pop up on the screen.
Could I get 2 very stiff vodka martinis? Don't shake them, just swirl them around and be like, right.
Super, 2010. Early during Castle's run, Fillion got his 3rd collaboration with James Gunn in his dark comedy superhero film. Fillion had a small but hilarious role as the Holy Avenger, a cheesy, low-budget Christian superhero who appears in fictional TV segments within the film. Even though it's a minor role, Fillion steals every scene he's in. It's a great example of his self-aware humor and his willingness to play with and poke fun at traditional hero tropes.
You're the only ones who have remembered that it's more important to fight evil in all its forms.
Green Lantern 2011 to 2019. After first starring in Venture Bros, also early during Castle's run, Fillion got the voice role that would substantially contribute to his career. In animation, Fillion became the voice of Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, starting with Green Lantern Emerald Knights. He continued the role across multiple DC animated films, including Justice League Doom, Flashpoint Paradox, Throne of Atlantis, The Death of Superman, and Reign of Superman. What made Fillion's portrayal stand out was his ability to balance Hal Jordan's brashness and heart. He played him as a natural leader, brave but flawed, sarcastic yet sincere. Fans often championed Fillion for a live-action Green Lantern adaptation for years, and in a full circle moment, it's obviously finally happening. While he's now shifting from Hal Jordan to Guy Gardner, Fillion's voice legacy as Green Lantern helped define the character for a generation of animated DC fans.
Hey there, hench dudes. I'll be handling your arrest today.
Monsters University 2013. After starring in The Guild, Husbands, again reuniting with Joss Whedon for Much Ado About Nothing, and starring in American Dad and Neil Puppet Dream, a couple years into Castle's run, Fillion got his next notable voice role in this Pixar prequel to Monsters Inc. Fillion voiced Johnny Worthington III, the smug, confident leader of the elite fraternity Roar Omega Roar, and the main antagonist to Mike and Sully during their college days. Johnny is everything Mike and Sully aren't at the start of the film. He's popular, polished, and seen as the ideal scarer by the university. Fillion's voice performance strikes the perfect balance between smooth-talking cool and entitled arrogance, making Johnny both annoyably likable and easy to root against. Fillion later reprised the role in a brief appearance in Monsters at Work, the Disney sequel series set after Monsters Inc., again bringing that same voice of slick, overly confident authority to the world of Monstropolis.
Johnny Worthington, president of Roar Omega Roar. What's your name, Big Blue?
Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, 2013. That same year, Fillion got his last notable role during Castle's run, with an appearance in his young adult fantasy sequel. Fillion makes a memorable appearance as Hermes, the Greek god of travelers, thieves, and communication, and true to form, he brings his signature wit and charm to the role. He plays the god as someone who's a little over the whole Olympian drama. One of the film's funniest moments comes when Hermes references Firefly, joking that the best show always gets cancelled early. It's a clever meta moment that delighted fans and showed that even in a supporting role, Fillion can leave a lasting impression. While Sea of Monsters wasn't a massive critical success, Fillion's scene as Hermes stands out as a highlight for me.
Hermes, little insulted you didn't recognize me.
Trying something different beyond Castle. Modern Family 2016 to 2018. After a voice cameo in the highly successful Guardians of the Galaxy, marking his fourth collaboration with James Gunn, as well as starring in Community, Gravity Falls, Assassin Banana, The Big Bang Theory, Kroll Show, Drunk History, and appearing alongside James Gunn in Con Man. And after Castle's long run, Fillion got a role in this highly successful sitcom. Fillion appeared as Rainer Shine, yes, that is his real name, a weatherman with a big personality and an even bigger ego. Rainer Shine is introduced when Phil Dunphy brings his daughter Haley to meet him. Unexpectedly, Rainer and Haley start dating, much to Phil's horror. Fillion plays Rainer as a charming, slightly clueless celebrity type, confident on camera but hilariously out of his depth in personal relationships. His exaggerated metaphors and self-centered comments are delivered with perfect comedic timing. Fillion's portrayal of Shine is a fun, scene-stealing guest role that plays perfectly to his strengths: smooth charm, comedic timing, and just the right touch of lovable ridiculousness.
Oh, I'm not letting you behind that curtain. That's my name and these are my teeth.
Cars 3, 2017. The following year, Fillion got his next notable voice role in the third installment of the successful Pixar franchise. Fillion voices Sterling, a sleek and business-savvy executive. At first, Sterling seems like he has McQueen's best interest at heart, but as the story progresses, it becomes clear that Sterling is more focused on branding and profit than legacy or loyalty. Fillion brings the right balance of charm and corporate slickness to the role. His smooth voice makes Sterling sound reasonable and even likable, but there's an undercurrent of control and calculation in how he speaks. It's classic business guy in a Pixar film energy. It's a great fit for Fillion's voice talent and another strong entry in his lineup of animated roles. A Series of Unfortunate Events 2018. After starring in Rick and Morty, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Yamasong March of the Hollows, Santa Clarita Diet, and Big Mouth, Fillion joined the second season of this stylized Netflix series. Fillion plays Jack Snicket, the brother of narrator Lemony Snicket, and a member of the mysterious secret organization VFD. Jack appears in season 2, and his role is small but pivotal. He's introduced as a noble and determined investigator, working behind the scenes to uncover Count Olaf's crimes and protect the Baudelaire orphans. Fillion brings a sense of heroism and sincerity to Jack, a stark contrast to the show's usual cast of clueless or corrupt grown-ups. Though his screen time is somewhat brief, his portrayal of Jack is a rare beacon of hope and decency in a world full of chaos and cruelty, and fans appreciated the subtle depth he brought to the role.
Someone needs to protect the children. Take care of the sugar bowl, and we'll rendezvous as soon as we can.
The Rookie Era. The Rookie 2018 to now. After starring in The Magic School Bus Rides Again, American Housewife, Night Hunter, Henchman, and starring in the Uncharted live-action fan film, it is still a shame he has never been able to play Nathan Drake for real. Next, Fillion got the role that defined his career for almost the last decade, just as Castle did previously. He starred in and still stars in this highly successful police procedural. Fillion plays John Nolan, the oldest rookie in the LAPD. The series follows Nolan, a 40-something-year-old man who makes a dramatic career change after a life-altering event, deciding to become a police officer despite being twice the age of his academy classmates. Fillion brings a signature mix of humor, warmth, and earnestness to Nolan, making him a relatable and likable protagonist navigating a world that's constantly questioning whether he belongs. Throughout the series, Nolan faces skepticism, dangerous situations, and personal challenges, but he also earns the respect of his peers and proves that it's never too late to reinvent yourself. As an executive producer on the series, Fillion had a hand in shaping the tone of the show, which has grown more serious over time, tackling topics like police reform, corruption, and justice, while still keeping its heart intact through Nolan's journey. He also makes appearances in its way less successful spin-off, The Rookie Feds. John Nolan is a character who reflects a bit of Fillion's own career, mature, grounded, but still willing to take risks. The show has been praised for balancing procedural elements with character growth, and it remains one of his longest-running series. As Castle was to me and my mom, The Rookie is somewhat to me and my dad. We very much enjoy watching the show together, with Fillion continuing to be a recurring actor on my TV screen and in my memories.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
The Suicide Squad 2021. After starring in MODOK and after 3 slow years apart from The Rookie, Fillion got to his next notable James Gunn collaboration in this R-rated superhero film in the DCEU. Fillion plays Corey Pitzner, better known by his hilariously bizarre codename TDK, short for The Detachable Kid. TDK is part of the film's opening mission team, a group of misfit criminals sent by Amanda Waller on a doomed beach assault. His power? He can detach his arms and control them telekinetically. It sounds cool until you actually see it in action. His character, like much of the opening squad, doesn't last long. In true Suicide Squad fashion, most of them are wiped out quickly and brutally. But even with limited screen time, Fillion makes TDK memorable, thanks to his deadpan delivery and willingness to embrace the character's ridiculousness.
Stands for me. That's what a name is.
The Recruit 2022 to 2025. After starring in Bridgewater, Everything I Ever Wanted to Tell My Daughter About Men, and Resident Alien, the following years, Fillion appeared in his Netflix spy thriller. Fillion plays CIA Deputy Director Walter Nyland, a high-ranking, no-nonsense intelligence official who oversees Owen's chaotic introduction to the world of espionage. As you might expect from Fillion, he brings a perfect mix of authority, sarcasm, and dry humor to the role. While Nyland isn't front and center in every episode, his presence helps ground the agency's internal dynamics. Fillion plays him as a man who knows more than he lets on, keeping his cards close to his chest and always looking out for the CIA's best interests. Whether delivering biting one-liners or laying down the law, Fillion's performance gives the show an added layer of gravitas and dry wit.
Great, we're in business. And I expect results.
Superman 2025. After cameoing in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, again a collaboration with James Gunn, as well as starring in Bupkis, Deadpool and Wolverine, Skincare, and Crepopolis. Now, Fillion will step into one of the most iconic roles of his career, Green Lantern in live action in his superhero film directed by, you can guess it, James Gunn. It will be his most substantial role in a James Gunn film since Slither. Fillion finally makes his live action debut as Green Lantern, however, not as Hal Jordan. the version he voiced in numerous animated films. Instead, Fillion plays Guy Gardner, a loud, brash, and often insufferable member of the Green Lantern Corps, known for his signature bowl cut and cocky attitude. This casting is both unexpected and pretty much perfect. Fillion's natural charm and comedic timing make him an ideal fit for Gardner, who's more of a hot-headed show-off than a traditional hero. For longtime fans, it's a full-circle moment. Fillion now gets to suit up in live action as another iconic Lantern. He is also set to appear as Guy Gardner in Peacemaker Season 2 later this year, and The Lanterns next year, becoming a substantial part of the new DCU, while obviously continuing his role on The Rookie as well. And there you have it, the full career of Nathan Fillion. From small comedic roles to a leading man in TV, to now being the new Guy Gardner. Now let me ask you, are you excited for Superman? And what is your favorite Nathan Fillion performance? Let me know in the comments below and be sure to subscribe for more videos like these. I have been Dean, the average movie guy on your screen. Big thanks for watching. See you next time. Roll the credits.